China. Oh, this is. Oh, hold on. China. Oh, this is. Oh, hold on. China. Oh, this is. Oh, hold on. China. Oh, this is. China. Oh, this is.
It's Wednesday, Hollywood on the rocks. We've got so much to discuss. Starfleet Academy Episode 1 premieres on YouTube. We've got the review and a little preview of Episode 2. Let's go. Something we gotta get Alan on the show. We gotta get Alan on the show.
Ah, yes. Welcome, movie fans. This is the temple of Simu Lule. This is where I come to hone my skills and gain my sexual power. Soon Chris Gore will be my ultimate slave. His bed hair, cranky ass will not know what hit him. He will be mine. Ha ha ha. I am going to take over Hollywood, and every movie is going to have Asian representation. I am going to force James Cameron to make 5 sequels to Crazy Rich Asians. They will be 3 hours long each. And yes, oh yes, every movie is going to be a musical. It has begun. Your souls will be mine.
You blew up the AMC 30?
Yes.
What the hell,
It was
Alan?
all part of my plan. First of all, I take offense at you being my slave. You'll be my bitch.
You're Pillion.
My pillion.
We'll get to that. We'll get to Pillion in a second. Oh my God, man. So we're gonna say hi to everyone in the chat. We've got a lot of news, and then we will get to Star Trek. But Alan, you have seen how many episodes of Starfleet Academy now?
I've seen 2.5.
Well, I am up to 5 episodes of Wonder Man. And I can't talk about it for about a week.
I know.
So, and I think it's gonna be surprising. We'll see.
Yeah. Well,
We'll
I got
see.
to the episode 3 where an alien race invades Earth and sets up daycare centers.
Ooh, interesting. Very
And
timely.
they use it
as
to
well.
they use those centers to suck the resources out of Earth.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a science fiction plot
Yeah.
plucked from fiction.
I know. And then episode 5 is when the Klingons penetrate Uranus.
Let's see who's here, Alan, if you would.
Star Media Branded Entertainment became a YouTube member.
Thank you for that.
Bill S. Preston Esquire, Star Trek was always bad. Why are you saying it's bad now?
Wait,
Richard
Let's
Picard,
save the Star Trek
Okay.
comments for later.
What?
What? I just wanted to save it.
Yeah, I know. The LA train, the 1A train. Got it. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're having a rockin' great day.
We are.
Yes, and the Nerd
Thank
Far
you.
Away. I seriously thought that was an AI generated picture as a joke. Me too.
It's not.
Alright.
Brock
Oh, I'm
Samson.
sorry.
says,
I'm trying to find the banner that we're supposed to. You want me to put up?
Don't worry
Brock
about it.
Samson. You will be Asian and know nothing and like it. Yes, just like China.
Yes. And
then-
do us a favor, support us and purchase something from shop.filmthreat.com. We have The Final Frontier, Funeral for a Franchise. We have new Doomsday duds. That's Film Threat t-shirts inspired by upcoming superhero movies. And of course, we have the Film Threat interns modeling our award this collection, which we just added. I love this. I bought one for myself.
Mhm.
The Oscars Can Suck It hat, the dad hat. And there we go. We have one of our Film Threat interns modeling the very hat that you can pick up for yourself. It's in celebration of the annual event Award This, which tickets are still available. You can get those, and they will sell out. They will sell out. They did last year. So if you're looking to get one, the Oscars Can Suck It. Perfect for award season. I'm gonna wear that. So there you go, Alan. Are you excited
is that
for
our Avengers shirt? Do we have an Avengers?
it's Avengers
I'm sorry, inspired
inspired.
shirt.
It's inspired. Let's leave it at that. But we have a lot to get to. So let's begin. We're only 1 month away from Valentine's Day. What's a good kind of movie to see on Valentine's Day with your partner?
Like a romance, a simple romance between
Yes. With
a
your
man and a woman.
girlfriend or boyfriend, go see a romantic movie. Isn't that what you'd like to do, Alan?
Absolutely. I'm going to take my wife. I need suggestions for a movie I can take my wife to see.
Well,
something nice and romantic.
I've got one for you, and I know you're an A24 fan. I see almost every A24 movie that comes out. This movie, Pillion, has some familiar faces. The actor who plays Dudley is in the movie. He's very svelte and thin. And of course, we have one of the Skarsgårds, the one from True Blood. I get him mixed up.
It's Alexander.
Yeah, Alexander Skarsgård. Let's watch this trailer. Okay. I may pause it a few times to comment. And I want to see your genuine reaction. Let's go.
And honey, if you're watching, this might be something we do on Valentine's Day.
What am I going to do with you? Whatever you want, Billy.
That's a lot of awards, man. That is a lot of film festival awards. Let's go. Now, awards kind of don't mean anything, but let's go. I'll pause a few more times, but let's go.
Did you kiss? I don't think that is any of your business.
Well, fair enough.
Oh, it's a familiar song.
How do you get a man like that?
I have an aptitude for devotion.
That's a very different look for Dudley. He changed his hair.
Wow.
What? This is a side of gay culture I really don't know anything about.
I'm interested in the spell that Harry put on him.
Well, it does look like a magical journey is about to take place. This is, according to the quote from Attitude, the most romantic film ever made. There's not another one that's more romantic. This is the most romantic.
Screw Casablanca.
Yeah, F that movie.
What's your secret?
You don't have to say.
I'll keep that in mind.
They don't understand, and so we're... I'm not sure I like the way you talk to my son.
Well, that is fine. It's not for you to like.
Excuse me?
It's a deeply moving love story. IndieWire.
All I gotta ask: how deep? How deep?
Colin, if you're not happy,
no, I'm happy. I can just maybe be a bit happier. That's all.
Film stage.
By the way, I love a movie that's a crowd pleaser. Alan, what about you?
Yes, and I wonder how likely this will be a crowd pleaser.
just a bunch of guys.
I know.
Well, let's go back. It's a hot mess.
Breathtaking. Vanity Fair.
There's a lot of
Empire.
stars there. Stars all over my face right now as I look at this.
I know.
In the reflection, I see my face. I see stars like all over my face.
Yeah. I don't think that was stars on Dudley's face though.
Now, Alan, you looked up pillion. What does
Yes.
that word mean?
Pillion refers to the passenger seat on a motorcycle. And usually referred to the biker's girlfriend. Or I'm sorry, partner.
Partner. That's a word people
The
use. Now.
biker's partner.
People don't say my girlfriend, my wife. They say my partner. It's a weird trend, like forehead touching.
I don't think
this is subtle, Alan. Subtle.
Hold on now.
Just in time for February, folks.
Yeah. I would have expected to see a popcorn bucket there, but there wasn't.
Yeah, no popcorn bucket. Alan, we're gonna do a poll. One of us will be seeing this movie or probably around Valentine's and have to review it. It's either you or me, and folks, it's your chance to vote. No. Who should see Pillion? Do you choose Alan? Will Alan like it because of the diversity? Didn't seem very diverse to me. Will I like it because there are motorcycles? Vote your heart, and we will have a review. It'll be either myself or Alan will go see Pillion. Maybe if I win the votes, maybe Alan will see it in solidarity.
Let's just say that you got so much distance out of bros that, that I think I am more interested in your take on Pillion than my take on Pillion. I don't think they spend as much money on Pillion as they did bros.
Well, before we reveal the winner, I don't know if you call that the winner. We have more to show. Marvel news. There is a new Avengers Doomsday trailer. We are going to react to it. I don't want to say what I think, but we'll show it and react on the back end here. It's let's just watch, Alan. I'm not going to say anything.
Let's just put it on screen. Okay.
Here we go. This involves Wakanda and familiar characters. Shuri?
I've lost everyone that matters to me. The king has his duties to prepare our people for the afterlife. I have mine.
King M'Baku of Wakanda.
Ben, Yancey Street between Broome and Grand.
The Wakandans and the Fantastic Four will return. They don't even say Black Panther. They say the Wakandans. Now, interestingly, there is a video related to this I'm going to share. It is an Avengers Doomsday countdown clock that has turned up. I'm just going to show it to you. It's counting down to the date of the actual movie premiering. Here it is. 11 months. Get rid of the chat here. 11 months, 3 days, 7 hours, 39 minutes.
Wow.
What do you think?
I mean, is that Pacific time or is that
That's going to use a lot of drive space, anyone recording. But you can check in on the clock. And I wonder if at certain moments the clock will, like, I got to turn that down. That's kind of loud.
I wonder if at certain moments an ad will appear.
Yeah, I don't know. We're 11 months away. I don't think they're moving from that date. I still think Dune is going to move. I predict Dune moves earlier.
Yeah, I think they've locked themselves into this date. There's just no way around it.
You think it's going to be Doomsday?
It'll be Doomsday. DV Doomsday.
Well, that would be fun.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Alan? The trailer again. I was kind of underwhelmed by the trailer.
Yeah.
Like, we know these characters are returning. We saw the chair video.
Right.
These little teases doesn't tell me anything about this movie.
Yeah. You know, who I want to hear the discussion that said, who could Shuri meet? Of all the people that we have, she's gonna run into one person, and they chose Ben Grimm.
One of the fun things about the Marvel universe is when characters interact who've never met.
Right.
And the great
like
thing
Infinity War.
Well, the great thing in the first Avengers was, just Captain America meeting, Hulk, and Thor meeting Iron Man. That first meeting didn't go so well.
No.
Like those first meetings are really fun and iconic. And this is kind of like, well, I'm from Wakanda. I'm from Yancey Street. It's kind of underwhelming.
Yeah.
To
I
me.
mean, that line was like, I mean, I get the joke, but it wasn't a funny joke.
Yeah.
I'm from Wakanda. I'm from Yancey Street. I mean, obviously they're playing lip service to fans because that's such an inside joke, but it's not a very good joke. Go back to Infinity War when Spider-Man and Doctor Strange meet for the first time. When Iron Man and the Guardians of the Galaxy meet for the first time. Those were great moments.
Right. Hey, let's talk about this. But first I want to check on that poll. How is that poll going? Do we have an answer? Put the private chat and I'll announce it.
Yeah.
Once we get the results of this poll.
Yeah, is the poll up yet?
I mean, I was watching the Pillion trailer. The poll might have.
Yeah.
Here, hang on a sec. I gotta find.
What was it?
Let me know. Atomic Lori doing the Lord's work here. But there is a rumor that Jean Grey is in Avengers Doomsday. And someone who is beloved, I believe it was Chris Claremont, might have let it slip. Let's watch right now this clip that's under a minute. Check this out. He might have let it slip. Here we go.
What a difference a costume makes.
Yeah, what do you think of the Doomsday teaser with Cyclops?
How to put this tactfully? Have you ever noticed that with almost all costumes that work in comic books, in real life, they don't register as brilliantly as they do in print? I mean, Jim's designs are gorgeous on the page. And the thing I find most wonderful about it is the bringing back
James Marsden.
The original James Marsden. No, they're bringing back the original cast, including Famke. What a difference!
Yeah. Okay. I think we already know. Yeah, he knows. So I think they're, as predicted, more characters will be returning in Doomsday than have been announced. So there may actually be some surprises. Who knows? There's a lot of leaks out there now.
I know.
I'm not going to address it. I kind of know the source of the leaks. I don't want to say anything. I think I was the source of one of the leaks.
Probably.
But that's okay. But this is new news, but not surprising news. Hey, we have the results of the poll. The poll has 218 votes. It's Chris 50%, Alan 50%. What's the tie? I mean, should we both go see this movie?
Yeah, maybe we both have to see it.
God dang it.
Wow,
I think that's what they want. they want both of us to
I
see
think
it.
so.
Yeah. All right. Fine. We'll go see it. Did you guys do that on purpose?
Yeah, they conspired. Okay, you. Although Lee Kui, you vote for Alan. Nerd Far Away, you vote for
Did
Chris.
you vote more than once?
Well, if you have more than one YouTube account.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah. It's okay. They want us to go as a date.
I know.
Should we let's do here's what we'll do. We will go for Valentine's Day. We'll see this movie together. We'll do an out of the theater reaction.
Yeah, our respective women in our lives would love for us to skip Thanksgiving.
Rumble breaks the tie, Alan. No, you know what? In solidarity with my friend, I will go.
I mean, what is the date on it?
It doesn't have a date. It says February. That means we have to, see it at some point. I'll go on a motorbike together. Sure, we can do that. Okay, we're good. Just the comedy alone of us going to see it is enough. But here's a movie I'm looking forward to. And Alan, you're getting your representation. Godzilla -0 has a release date.
Yes.
And I can say with confidence, I don't think there are any white people in this movie. Pretty sure it's only Asians.
You mean Steve Martin is not appearing in this movie?
Well, that was the name of the character in the original 1954 Godzilla, played by Raymond Burr.
When the Americans added scenes.
Is the really badly matched scenes in English with Raymond Burr. He plays a TV reporter, Steve Martin, reporting on Godzilla in Japan. And it's coming out. It opens in Japan November 3rd. And it opened much earlier. Godzilla -1 opened months earlier in Japan. This time they got it right. In Japan, November 3rd. In America, opening wide in theaters November 6th, 2026. This just shot to the top of my must-see list for 2026. I can't wait for the first trailer. Cannot wait. So what do you think, Alan? And I've got some speculation because we did do, I recorded an interview that was done with the director at the American Cinematheque. They asked him his favorite, other kaiju. And he said, King Ghidorah. I think you've got a weird look at the clouds. There's some light in there. Could that be King Ghidorah? Other people are saying, that it could be Biollante. I think old school. I think Rodan, Godzilla in this. I think it'll be set in the 60s, that kind of idyllic Camelot era. When you look at old Godzilla movies, there were many in the 60s. I hope they go with that look. Do you have any speculation?
No, I have zero speculation. I've just kind of, if you're saying that it's coming out on November 3rd and in Japan and then the 6th in US, basically with the time difference, they're coming out at the same time. I don't know. Do you remember?
I'll take it.
Do you remember when I saw Godzilla -1 for the first time?
Yes.
I met you guys at Brink right afterwards.
Yeah.
My words were basically American movies suck. that's
right.
How excited I am about this. I just the first 10 minutes of Godzilla -1 was like, this is gonna be the greatest movie ever made, and it just played out to be that way.
Well, the other thing to consider, will they use some of the same cast? Will they be in this, or will there be a whole new cast of characters?
Well, the way they left Godzilla, he was just kind of a glob of cells. My guess is they're probably going to shoot forward a couple of years, and so
this is going to be further in the future.
Yeah. So my guess is they're not going back to the old cast.
Well, I can't wait until there's a trailer. I'm so pumped. This is next year between Spider-Man, Dune Part 3, Doomsday, Project Hail Mary. We're gonna get some decent films next year. I mean, some of those are gonna fall off and maybe not be that great. I'm thinking Supergirl. I heard some more things about it from someone at a test screening. It's not sounding good to me.
Yeah. The other thing is, we've been talking about this about a lot of movies lately, but you don't have to spend $100 million to make a great genre film.
Right.
And we're seeing it more and more where these films are coming in at 15 million or less and not 100 million. Definitely like Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. Definitely under 15 million. And, it's just, you're going to make money doing these things. And you're going to not suffer the embarrassment of spending $200 million and have your movie flop.
Well, I can't wait to see what this team comes up with. I know the director is a huge fan of the classic Toho films, and his fun fact, his Godzilla, the sort of how Godzilla functions in the film, is based on his cat, his very own cat. So there you go.
Yeah.
Everything good, Alan?
Yeah, my daughter's like showing me that she did her homework.
Well, okay.
I know.
All right. Let's go to comments. We have more news stories, and then we'll get to Starfleet Academy. Let's I'm gonna save those for later.
Brock Samsonite, you will be Asian and own nothing. We got this one.
Sorry about that.
Brock Samsonite, Harry cursed him into the gay life. Or maybe he charmed him into the gay life. Nick HX, a member for 22 months.
Thank you for being a member.
Almost in that.
Look up that Q&A with the director of Godzilla -1.
Okay. So I think this is a request, but Tyler Disney official for 5 says Pillion comes out February 6th. So it comes out in select theaters on February 20th. It comes out worldwide or nationwide.
Nationwide. Okay. We will see it. And Tyler, you can tag along.
Yeah, you can be Tyler. Our Pillion. And my guess is Burbank is going to be one of those limited theaters. Pilgrim Media for 2. We need more Asians in a Godzilla movie.
I would agree. Thank you, Pilgrim, for the 2.
How about some American Asians? I mean, Aaron Charman, Pillion, specifically the person sitting in the rear seat or pad.
Yes,
I'll say.
You sit on the pad.
Hello, Leo Kui. Just dudes doing dude things.
Nice.
The Lone Wolf Club. Is this the gayest trailer ever?
Pretty sure.
Yeah. Although Bros is still up there. Blackhawk. Harry cast Wizard Enjoymentus. Wizard Enjoymentus.
Wait, do that full screen.
Wizard Enjoymentus.
All right, don't clip that. I mean, by don't do.
Warlord Megatron. Hey guys, Chris, Humble Bundle is offering Lone Wolf and Cub manga. Thought you'd like to know since you were mentioning reading them before and suggested it. Have a great stream, everyone.
I don't know if I mentioned reading them, but I've seen the movie.
Lone Wolf and Cub.
Yeah, Lone Wolf and Cub. I actually believe that Lone Wolf and Cub inspired The Mandalorian TV series. Very much inspired. Thank you, Warlord.
Not the first time Disney steals something. Jerry D. Sills, Panzer, remember for 6 months. Hey, Alan and his favorite movie threat whore, Chris Gore. Greetings from the dark side and its Sith Lord poet piece, and have fun. Love the show.
Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate that.
Wizard entertain us.
And check out the members only videos. I'm posting one today with an interview with the showrunner of Starfleet Academy. There you go.
That you did, or that?
No, I didn't do it. I
Okay.
recorded it.
Okay.
So let's talk about some good news. Han, Luke, and Leia are being reunited at Disneyland.
Yes.
Finally, they're actually going to reunite the characters, Han, Luke, and Leia, at Star Wars Galaxy in Disneyland. We have the story. Alan, give it to me.
Oh, yes.
This is at Galaxy's Edge, the Star Wars land, which I think was kind of a huge disappointment for me. It ends up being like a big shopping mall. It's not like the Harry Potter land, which is very immersive. It's not super immersive. We've got merch. Would you like to buy some overpriced drinks? And apparently
we got
now
blue milk. We got green milk.
Now, you know what they've added? They
What?
talk about changes to the Galaxies. They've added pink milk. Imagine that on your upper lip.
Bingo card.
Yeah. Anyways, if please
I got it.
give me the notes for the story, Alan.
All right, Disneyland Resort is expanding Star Wars Galaxy Edge by opening up its timeline in a major way. Beginning April 29th, 2026, guests at Disneyland Park will be able to experience Batuu across multiple eras of Star Wars saga. Rather than being locked into a single point in time, the update allows visitors to encounter stories and characters from the Galactic Civil War, the New Republic, the Age of the Resistance, and First Order, deepening the land's connection to the broader Star Wars mythology. Black Spire Outpost will effectively roll back the clock several decades, introducing iconic characters, new props and graphics, era-specific details, while preserving the immersive design that defines the land. Familiar heroes and villains will appear throughout Batuu, including Darth Vader with Imperial Stormtroopers, as well as Luke Skywalker, Leia Organa, Han Solo, and Chewbacca, each interacting with the environment in story-driven ways tied to their role in the saga. Music will also play a larger experience with John Williams' score from the first 6 Star Wars films woven through the land. Guests will hear themes like main title, or the Force theme, Han Solo and Princess, and the Cantina Band, enhancing the sense of time and place. In addition, characters such as Ahsoka Tano, the Mandalorian, and Grogu will appear near the marketplace, while Oga's Cantina is framed as newly opened hotspot during the era of the Galactic Civil War.
I don't think anyone going to a theme park really cares about any consistent story or whatnot. These changes take place beginning April 29th, 2026 at Galaxy's Edge. And it'll include more of the timeline. Darth Vader, Princess Leia, Hans. They call her, this is funny, Leia Organa, not Princess Leia. Han Solo and Luke Skywalker. Look, I think this is the way it should have been at the beginning.
Yeah.
Bring in all these popular characters. If you see a giant line for Princess Leia or Luke photos, and then there's Rey over there and Finn and Poe, and there's not a big line, adjust accordingly. Let the marketplace decide. But the fact that you can see Han, Luke, and Leia reunited at Disney's park, that's saying something. Alan, you're a huge theme park fan. What is your thought on this?
Yeah, I mean, I think I agree with the critics. It's so confusing. I mean, when I saw Darth Vader at Tomorrowland in Disneyland, it was like, well, how does this happen? I mean, how can Darth Vader appear in normal time in modern day? And now you have all the characters conflated in one land. Oh my gosh, it's just going to upset more people.
Well, what do you think of this? I have not been to Disneyland since I visited Galaxy's Edge in 2019.
Wow.
And I used to be an annual pass holder.
Yeah.
It was actually affordable then. You could just, on a Tuesday, I'd be like, hey, I'm finishing work early today. I'll drive down, have dinner at Disneyland. I'll stay till midnight. I'll see the fireworks, ride a couple rides I like, and come home. It wasn't a big planned deal. Now they have actively raised prices where it's out of the reach of a middle class family. If you ask me, Alan, you just went to
I went to Disney World. I haven't been to Disneyland since the pandemic, and we went maybe Christmas before the pandemic. But you're right. The amount of money, even if you get in for free, the amount of money
Right.
you're going to spend in that park is outrageous. And for what little you get for that money, it's all about value. You are not getting the value of the dollar you're spending. But going back to what you said, back when I was an annual pass holder, and I will say I was an annual pass holder for at least 1995, so 20 years.
yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, that was a long. There were times where I would just take my daughter, we would go to Disneyland, and all we would do is character meet and greets. We wouldn't ride a ride, we wouldn't eat food, we would just stand in line, meet Tinkerbell, meet Mickey Mouse, meet Minnie Mouse. This is when you say this is something they should have done a long time ago, they should have, because even those little things of just standing there, talking to your favorite character, getting a picture with them, was enough to pull people into your park. And to not have Han, Luke, and Leia there, or Darth Vader, even because it didn't fit within the JJ universe, was just a really bad idea, bad mistake, because they just assume people would love these things as much as they think they do, and we just don't. We don't love that stuff.
Well, you know what would have been great if they reunited Han, Luke, and Leia in the movies. You morons!
Yeah. And go see RRR while you're at it. Sorry, we're working on the bingo card.
Yeah, the bingo card is full. Hey, a big rumor. Let's get to it. In Superman, Man of Tomorrow, we will see James Gunn's DC Universe Wonder Woman. You've got notes for this story, Alan. And there was even a rumor that they were looking for someone and people this is from comicbookmovie.com. Is Wonder Woman gonna be in this film? Tell me, Alan, what do we know?
Here we go. All signs point to Wonder Woman making her first DCU appearance in Man of Tomorrow, James Gunn's Superman follow-up. After weeks of Scooper speculation, the Hot Mike's Jeff Snyder confirmed that Gunn will meet with multiple actresses before the end of the year. That he met with multiple actresses before the end of last year to find a new take on Diana Prince. Gunn is reportedly casting wide, but specifically looking for tall actresses in their 20s with strong physicality and fighting skills, with an emphasis on up-and-coming talent rather than established stars. This suggests a long-term plan for the character, not a one-off appearance. While the solo Wonder Woman film is already in development, with Supergirl writer Anna Nogueira handling the script, Gunn appears to be introducing Diana in a team-up first, allowing audiences to meet the new version organically before she headlines her own move. It's a strategy reminiscent of Wonder Woman's introduction in Batman v Superman, but tailored to the DCU reset. How Wonder Woman factors into Man of Tomorrow remains under wraps, though insiders believe her introduction may connect to the wider DCU fallout from Peacemaker Season 2. What's clear is that this won't be a background cameo. This is shaping up to be the foundation of Wonder Woman's future in the DCU.
That's good. They're kind of going with an unknown. I mean, who in the WWE could play this part? I mean, you want someone who's got physicality. I thought, look, whatever people criticize Gal Gadot's acting, she was fine for what the role required. Although when you see some of these lines repeated back, she was not that great. I'm curious to see how they will deepen the character, like what they'll do with her, like how it fits into. I'm sure the costume will be accurate. I trust Gunn to get that right. But what are your thoughts, Alan?
Yeah, I mean, it feels just like what Zack Snyder did in Batman v Superman. She'll just make the appearance. She'll make some kind of an impact, but then kind of be tossed out after that. I can't imagine her being a real significant player in Man of Tomorrow, but it's like we've seen it, we've heard it all before. I like the headline here: rumored spoiler. Oh, you're muted, by the way.
I mean, the spoiler is the headline.
Yeah,
Kind of ridiculous, but I
It's still a
mean,
rumor, yeah.
it would end up leaking anyways. I mean, I'm sure they're going to do some big announcement of who this person is. I'm glad they're going with a relative unknown.
Mhm.
I think that's smart, and we'll see. I just hope, will she be a sexy Wonder Woman? We'll see.
I hope so.
You know what I think? Well, I'll make a prediction. She'll be very funny. She'll be quippy and funny and have lots of jokes. And she'll be, hey, red underwear man, what are you doing? Mwah, schmackety, schmackety do.
Well, I mean, he didn't do that with Superman. There's a chance he may not do that with Wonder Woman. But here's my prediction: they're going to make an announcement, give us who the person is. Then the internet will go through her entire background, find a tweet, and then we will have a new Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that's liable to happen. But all you got to do now, where's Batman? And that adds a whole new complication with the Batman 2, with now Sebastian Stan being rumored to be Harvey Dent Two-Face. I mean, we'll see with all of this. I frankly, I kind of prefer what's happening with the Batman to what Gunn is doing with Superman. I don't know why you couldn't just merge it. You couldn't just have Pattinson's Batman be Batman in Gunn's DCU. Have them be very different tones. That's okay. But
But I don't think there's really supers in the Batman or metahumans. Is that what they're calling it?
Right. But those worlds can be separate. They can collide.
Yeah. Or better yet, why do they have to be part of one universe? Why not just tell good stories?
That's the best answer. Tell good stories.
Mhm.
Let's go to your comments before we get to Trek. All things Trek.
All right. It's a you gay cock for 2. Who's gonna be the pillion between you two?
Well, it's obvious, Alan.
Yeah.
You need the weight at the rear of the bike.
Yeah, I carry a lot of weight in the rear. Pilgrim Media for 2. If Gunn's Wonder Woman isn't a smoke show, I'm out. Yes, she must be hot. And her powers must be well endowed.
I think everyone wants her powers to be well endowed.
Dr. Fauci's pardoned prison, but for 5. Reuniting Han, Luke, and Leia wouldn't have made any difference. You just have a trash sequel trilogy that would have tainted the memory of the original 3.
I think it was ill-conceived from the beginning. That first movie ruined it.
Yeah. But the thing is, if JJ had said, for the fans, we need to reunite Han, Luke, and Leia, then maybe we would have gotten a different movie if he was thinking about the fans in the first place. ADLS 24. Supposedly, Adira Arjona has been already cast as the role of Diana. Adria Arjona. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either. Adria Arjona. Let me. I'm gonna bring her up here.
Her name is equally difficult to pronounce as Wonder Woman herself.
There we go. So here she is.
Okay.
She's 33. She's probably too old.
Too old.
She's gonna be in movies for 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years she'll be 43.
Yeah, I'll bet they go younger. Maybe she was considered. Thank you, ADLs.
Tony Elias. So it's taken them 6 years to finally include arguably the most iconic cast of characters in cinematic history ever.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're gonna meet at Disneyland. Nobody. What's the popcorn bucket for Pillion?
It's a leather trunks that has a zipper on it. You unzip it to get your popcorn.
Yeah, and a hole at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Alan, you know I'm a huge Star Trek fan,
Yes.
and you and I have both seen the first episode of Starfleet Academy. But I really wonder, what could Starfleet Academy, what could it have been if it was made in a different time, say the 80s? And what if it was filled with a cast of manly, sexy dudes and gorgeous, sexy women? Well, I'm going to give you a taste here, courtesy of the Starfleet Dreams channel. They made a little teaser of a 1987 Starfleet Academy teaser, what this show might have been. Now, since you've already seen Starfleet Academy, you kind of know what it is. A lot of people that, let's be frank, I don't think really have what it takes. They don't have the physical stuff to really be considered for Starfleet. Look at this. Check this out. Give you a quick taste. Here we go. Okay.
Beyond fear, beyond limits, the future of exploration begins here.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, Todd.
Asian. Well, there you go, Alan. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah,
What
there's no
could have been?
denying that the 80s was perfect hairstyle for the future.
But it just had sexy men, sexy women in great physical tip-top shape. It was also very diverse, as all Star Trek is. I mean, I don't think anybody's arguing. I mean, diversity's always been a big part of Star Trek. We like that, but make them great characters first. Don't make their first attribute, this person's gay, this person's deaf, this person's like, it's boring. It's so boring. What do you think of what I just showed? I want to see what people think in the chat, what they're saying about this.
Yeah, I do like the that kind of, I don't know what time period it is, but the Wrath of Khan type uniforms during that time. There's something to be said about, when we talk about Starfleet Academy, the biggest difference between this and the old is Starfleet was for the most part a military operation.
Yeah.
And so you had to have discipline. You had to have discipline in mind, discipline in thought, and be disciplined in your appearance and the way you carry yourself, which this, that one brought it out more than what you're going to see in Starfleet Academy.
Yeah, well, I just think they could have made it this really make it fun, make it like these some wash out. Some characters don't make it like a really tough thing. And we'll get to Starfleet Academy in a second, episode 1 and 2. We'll talk about it, but this is what you just saw is so different from what we got as a show. They are not alike at all. And I don't know. It's just, when I look at stuff like this, I don't mind like an AI being used as like a presentation. Here's the type of show we're trying to make. But there was different. There was even a lizard guy. That's how much diversity they had. So, I look at this and I think, you know what? If we keep getting the kind of Trek we've been getting, the future of these franchises are all going to be AI, because I really think if we keep these franchises keep delivering disappointments, well, AI is the only thing people are going to turn to actually get the entertainment they want.
Well, I mean, your point is it's going to force fans to want to return to what it used to be. And if Paramount's not going to correct course, then the fans will.
Precisely. We've got a lot of comments, and let's get to some of these comments before we get to our reviews. Let's start with Soups.
All right. N1 ought another name. I want Star Wars. I want Star Trek moments like, how many lights do you see back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Harry Brownhole for 2. Starfleet Fatanatomy. The search for straight.
Exactly. More comments here.
Bill S. Person Esquire. Star Trek was always bad. Why are you saying it's bad now? Robert Picardo paraphrased. Yeah. Piston Burner. They used AI with errors before Beyond Fear. When that one chick was climbing over that log obstacle, she went through the log.
Nope. That's a character, Ensign Freelo, from the cartoons, could phase in and out of objects. Didn't you know that? I thought you would have caught that, Piston Burner. Very disappointed.
God damn. It's not funny. That retro future 80s aesthetic was working for me. And it worked in the 80s too.
It was cool.
I mean, Buck Rogers. That was the future. Aaron Gray and all. 200 Watt Studios for 5. Kurtzman Star Trek Academy is filled with private piles from Full Metal Jacket. Never make it past basic training, not even if they were just a science vessel.
Thank you, 200 Watt Studios. Yeah. Private pile.
RJ Godzilla. This should have been the Starfleet Academy we got, not the one we're given.
Yeah.
Here we go. Now, RJ Godzilla. Now this is Starfleet Academy.
Hell yeah.
Carlos Alfredo Lopez. Much better than the crap made by Kurtzman and Company.
Yep. Thank you. All right, folks. It's time. It's time for us to talk Starfleet Academy. Let's get to it. I have seen Starfleet Academy episode 1. I won't delve too deeply into the story. Alan did a very good job of that in his episode 1 review. I will pick up on some of the details Alan may have missed. I'll start off right off the bat. This is peak Star Trek as envisioned by Kurtzman. This is the best Star Trek that he has produced. And when I say best, let me qualify that, because the bar is low. What he has produced previously to Starfleet Academy was a sort of Frankenstein version of Star Trek, meaning it had to include things we were already familiar with. Characters like Christopher Pike, Uhura, Spock in Star Trek Discovery, an era we're familiar with, told in a different way. This is now far in the future, a different kind of Starfleet. After Starfleet was destroyed, it disbanded over the burn, which was the dilithium crystals disappearing in the entire galaxy. Now they're reforming Starfleet Academy.
Starfleet, period.
Starfleet, period. Exactly. A whole new Starfleet. And Holly Hunter plays Captain Nala Aki. She's 400 years old or something.
Mhm.
In any
'Cause
case,
she's a lanthanite or
a
something.
lanthanite. Now, there's an opening scene which to me is fully like what I'm saying is this is everything Kurtzman has been trying to do, and now he's unburdened by what has been, which is old Trek. He can do whatever he wants now. And what this is so far in the future, everything is magic. Transporters are walking through doors. And you've got this cast of characters. Not only would I say this is probably more geared towards Gen Z, it's more like Gen Alpha. After a completely bizarre and deadly serious opening with a trial over stealing food, you heard that correctly. It was about stealing food. A child is separated from his mother. And the lead character, which is Caleb Meir, played by Sandro Rosta, is now separated, sort of living scrappy on his own and kind of a bad boy. He's reunited with Captain Nala, who remembers him from the trial and given a choice.
She's the one who separated them.
Yeah, she's the one who feels guilty for doing that. She may have not done the right thing. She says, you had a choice, jail or school. He picks school, obviously. But everything about Starfleet Academy, including the leadership, is very, dare I say, it's very feminine. Very feminine, including the starship itself, the Athena. When viewed from the top, I kid you not, looks like a pair of wings, angel wings. And
It's
some might
in
even
the picture there. It's in the picture there in the back.
It's in the picture, but what I'm saying is when you see it from the top, it looks like wings. It's not particularly, they're not rockets, they're wings. In fact, some might say it looks like a vagina. So everything about from the design to the attitude, this show is a very feminized Star Trek. Now, we've had great, strong female characters in Star Trek. Too many to name in every Star Trek series that's ever been done. Could we get some balance? Also, another thing that bothered me about the show is how socialist it is.
Yeah.
It's very much leans into socialism.
And you've only seen the first episode.
Yeah, I've only seen the first one, which basically the quick premise is the crew is tested on their first mission. I won't give away spoilers. What this is more about than testing the characters is learning who these characters are. I will say I was surprised by the actor who plays Jaden, who is the Klingon. A surprise with his acting. I'll tell you why specifically. The actor who plays Jaden, a Klingon, is, let's just say it out, it's Karim Diane. Karim Diane plays Jaden. He is flamboyantly gay in real life, as we saw on the red carpet. As a Klingon, he is as masculine as any other Klingon we've seen in the past. The actress who plays Sam is this kind of out of place. We learned she's a hologram, played by Carice Brooks, who has awkward autistic moments because she's only existed for 4 months, a few months.
Yes. Like
It's
maybe three.
Yeah. This isn't for you. It's not for old Star Trek fans. It's not following any sort of formula. I describe it more as like DS9. In addition, I really don't think it's even it might be more for Gen Alpha than Gen Z. After the sort of deadly serious opening of the show, we actually get to see these characters in action, and it's all comedy from there. I mean, the jokes are ridiculous. I mean, a medical officer, played by Robert Picardo, has to help one of the students who has swallowed her comm device. Why? I don't know. This isn't Star Trek for fans of Star Trek. This is space school for Gen Z and Gen Alpha. I think millennials, it will hold no appeal.
By the way, there are Easter eggs galore of Star Trek from the very beginning. The original series. For example, Kirk Plaza, where you can get your lattes.
Right. They named a latte stand after him. I will say the sets and the special effects are impressive, but that's baseline. All the Trek that we've seen under Paramount Plus, the production value cannot be disputed. It looks great. What's lacking here, I think, is the writing. I think they decided we're going after a younger generation. We're taking the skin and the branding of Star Trek, and we turn it into a show for Gen Z and Gen Alpha that is going to have dumb humor. And it's like, look, you can say it's CW, it's beyond CW. It's everything dumb about CW. Not for me. And the jokes are on the level of Marvel humor. You know, when Marvel at its worst in terms of humor, that's the level of humor that they're participating in here.
Let me speak to that for a second, because I think it goes to a lot of what Robert Meyer Burnett's been saying, is that people love Joss Whedon so much that they write like Joss Whedon, and this is a Joss Whedon show. This is basically Buffy in space in terms of the way characters interact with one another and the jokes being told. And the problem is Joss Whedon did it well. Everyone else is just a pale comparison to Joss Whedon, and this is certainly that.
And look, Paul Giamatti and Holly Hunter are actually you can't blame any of the actors for this. So actors, they're fine. The production value is there. It's really in the writing and choices and tone. That's where it fails the most. It's not for me, but we'll probably review every episode.
I mean, do you want to say anything specific about this episode? It's
really just introducing the characters. I don't want to do any spoilers. It's where this fails and had an opportunity. And the reason I know that it failed is because of that Starfleet Academy teaser trailer made in AI that I showed earlier is proof that, like, you could have done a show that is inspiring. Like, I would want to go to Starfleet Academy. I would aspire and find a character that I really like that. I want to be like this person, but I've got to work hard. Everyone is like dealing with a bunch of emotional, like, Gen Z and Gen Alpha kids, and they're at best annoying. So, Holly Hunter, Paul Giamatti are actually, they're all, you know what? They're very good actors in everything they do.
No, but, Holly Hunter, look, we could forgive Paul Giamatti for the character they gave him, but the things that Holly Hunter has to do and say in this, there's a point where you just can't say, well, that was the script they gave me, because she is so woke and she does it way too well in this show.
True, but I'm saying that's not the actors. She's
bought into it.
She's a team player. She's doing what's on the script.
Oh, okay. So here I will talk a bit about the plot of the first one. So the entire Starfleet Academy is on the Athena, and they're heading to San Francisco. During their flight, Nas Braca, Paul Giamatti's character, disables the Athena, and now they have to figure out how to get the thing started again. And the reason Nas Braca was able to figure out where the ship was because Caleb sent a message to his mother, and Nas Braca intercepted it and was able to find the location. And so basically, he was the one who caused the attack on the ship, and
put everyone's lives at danger. And the way it plays out is so unrealistic.
Yeah,
that is not how it should have been handled.
Right
in Starfleet, it was terrible.
Yeah. There are scenes in here where people are thrown across the corridor, like a great distance. Someone should have died in this one. No one died.
No one died. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah,
that
and his actions could have actually caused the entire class of Starfleet Academy students to perish in one thing. I'll give you the analogy of how this is resolved. Let's pretend that Caleb he caused the fire that almost burnt down his home and his family in that home. But because he was industrious enough to get the garden hose and try to put out the fire with the garden hose, that we will forgive him for what he did. That is how this episode plays out. You're muted, by the way. You're muted.
You're muted. It's gonna be on YouTube very soon. Gonna be on YouTube very soon. In fact, they're showing the first episode on YouTube, and something struck me that I did not notice in the actual show itself, because it was parts of it were so dark. Parts of it, the show were so dark. It was kind of ridiculous. But if you look at the characters on Paul Giamatti's characters, the side of his head, shaved into the side of his head is tic-tac-toe. Tic-tac-toe. Let me show you.
Because that's funny.
So we'll put the link in the description. You can watch it for free. Yeah. And in his head, there it is, tic-tac-toe in the side of his head.
See, in real Star Trek,
ridiculous.
In real Star Trek, there would have been a reason for tic-tac-toe to be put in the side of his head. Here, it's just funny. Wouldn't it be funny if tic-tac-toe was shaved into the side of his head? That's the reason.
We already did a funeral for Star Trek. Star Trek is dead to me. Like the version of Star Trek that existed for me as watched through being a kid and most of my adult life. That's over. But we'll see if they get a new generation. I highly doubt it.
Look, we did a funeral for Star Trek. Starfleet Academy basically salt burns Star Trek. If you've seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Let's go to comments. Then you're going to review episode 2, which comes out next week.
Yeah. Pilgrim Media for 2. Without enforceable normie standards, no change.
Yeah.
200-watt studios for 5. Can't wait for the bottle episode where cadets are waiting for a table at the Academy all-you-can-eat buffet.
That's funny.
Pilgrim Media for 2. Can Mr. Ng say what Chris whispered out loud? Thanks.
Yeah, can you say that, Alan?
It's gay.
No, it was vagina.
Oh, vagina.
We do it again.
Vagina. And if you tap the top of it, it gets everyone excited. Pew Pew Parrot for 5. Any surprise cameos? Oh, I mean, you made me watch episode 5 today. And,
yeah. You know, episode 5 has a big cameo.
Well, okay. I'm embargoed. That's why I can't talk about it. 200-watt studio for 5. Sure, I get that you guys love Kurt's Starfleet Academy. How does it compare to 2003 Battlestar Galactica?
It doesn't. I mean, Battlestar Galactica. I actually like the original Galactica show from the 70s, 80s. 2003 is very different and takes ideas and is more serious. I like them both. You can like both, just as I like the original series and Next Generation.
Well,
but this just seems like it's not even a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, look, when you watch the original series, when you watch the Next Generation, there are lessons, but these lessons are for adults. There are lessons in leadership, in team management, in problem solving, diplomacy. You know, these are very adult ideas and themes. And this one, the themes are all teen based. You know, getting along, feeling seen. You know, everything you expect from a woke teen drama is all here. And my point is that teens, if anything, need to learn adult things. They need to learn how to make decisions, how to wisely make decisions, how to work with other people. But instead, it's did that make you feel okay? Is this a safe space for you? Pew Pew Parrot for 5. Does the Doctor get much screen time in the show? Has the character changed much? Doctor gets a lot of screen time in the show. And by the way, did I mention Stephen Colbert is the voice of the of basically the school activities leader or counselor or whatever. Jean Hu, get to 5 film debt memberships. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Sean.
Jean Hu.
Appreciate that.
Samanando. I'm ready to blow up my Enterprise models. Well, fortunately, they're not on the Enterprise. Piston Burner, I'll blame them. They wanted to be in this woke shit. See, I think Paul Giamatti is just in that first episode. It's Holly Hunter who has to take.
No, he comes back.
Well, yeah, but not like every episode, like Holly Hunter does. LK8181, the USS Taco.
Can we maybe use that in a thumbnail for one of the reviews and show a picture of the ship?
Liu Kui. Now, is this real socialism or fully automated gay space communism? Boomer ideas of collectivism, i.e., anything more complicated than a poker game. No, this is, I tweeted about this, but communism works 100% of the time in fiction.
Yeah.
Brock Samsonite, the USS Mulling Quim.
You know what that means?
Mulling Quim. No, I don't. If I think about it, I might get it. Why are you? Well, you want me to sit here and think?
Mulling Quim.
Mulling Quim.
All right, you've never heard that. Okay, moving on.
Tony Lai, sounds like it's James Gunn version of Star Trek. 100%.
It's like Guardians of the Star Trek.
Like that the Klingon Jemadar character. Nothing but comedy coming out of her. She's not treated seriously in any way as a warrior. She's just a goofy character. Would you agree? You've seen enough of
And by the way, she was originally supposed to be 2 characters. But they merged into one. All right.
I'm sorry. You set up a joke there.
Do we have a different graphic for Starfleet Academy? A different one. Is it ready to put up? Do it.
Okay, here we go. Dun, dun, dun.
Alan, you've seen Starfleet Academy episode 2. The series premieres January 15th, but you've got episode 2. Tell me what happens. Where do our characters go in episode 2?
Okay, so we're basically the start of the new semester. Chancellor Aki has a chance to address the entire academy, and she says, "Make your bed, show up on time," because that's what it means to be here in Starfleet. So she just assumes that kids are disciplined and will just do what she says, as opposed to feeling this need to be disciplined or learn discipline. But that's besides the point. After a couple of comedy sketches, we learn that during the burn, the planet of Beta Z, or the system of Beta Z, was abandoned by the Federation, left to fend for itself, and it almost ceased to exist because of raiders and marauders attacking them. And the only way that the Betazoids can protect themselves was to create a psionic or psychic wall to keep everybody out. And so now we're in the future. Starfleet Academy is created. And now's the time to open negotiations with the Betazoids, and they are brought on. And the leader, who happens to be deaf, fortunately has a communicator that will interpret all his sign language, which is great. And then he has 2 kids. One of them, you can see her, she's the one with the really high skirt. She begins to explore the academy. It kind of falls a bit for the Caleb character. but what Captain Aki finds out is that she's somewhat of a youth activist on Beta Z. And her response is, ooh, I like student activism. Okay. And so now, basically the negotiations, let's just say, okay. Also, there's a little bit of romance going on between her and Caleb. Why? Because there's the obvious scene in which they meet for the first time and lock eyes on one another, and the camera lingers and lingers and lingers. Because why? We can't create it organically. We just got to do it. Because Caleb, he's got a checkered past, that kind of sets off the leader of Beta Z, who says, "Forget it. We're going back. We're putting our wall back up." And I don't want to give away the ending too much, but will Beta Z tear their wall down?
That's the second episode.
Yeah.
So it gets dumber, is what you're saying.
It gets so dumb.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I mean, it's one of those things. Would you watch this show? Look,
no.
I said, like, would you watch it? Because there are TV shows I would watch that I know this is dumb and weird and whatever, but I'm entertained. Is this evolving into that?
I mean, look, it is just, everything is so on the nose. And, I'll go back to another tweet I posted. Look, we're going to criticize this stuff because it's objectively bad. It's not because it's diverse. It's not because a woman's running it. It's just the writing is horrible. Everything that it tries to be, this kind of woke DEI show is just blatant. And, we're calling it out because it just feels so disingenuous from Star Trek. Even Enterprise, even to me, Voyager, as much as I didn't like those shows, it felt like Star Trek. At least they tried and made attempts to keep it Star Trek. This one is not Star Trek in any way. And it just tells me that they don't care about the old audience. They don't care that the old audience isn't going to watch this stuff, because we have a whole new generation of Star Trek fans that will watch this. And what we're going to find out, like all the critics who are going to come after me for saying this, is that once the show comes out and you see how bad it is, no one's going to be watching it and no one's going to be criticizing it because there's nothing to defend here.
So do you recommend it?
No, not even for children. My daughter, who is the right age for this, saw this poster and just said it's no. No. Because she, I mean, for me to say you need to watch Star Trek because Star Trek has a lot of great things to say, and then I show her this, it just undermines any credibility I have about Star Trek.
Well, what I miss is Star Trek being smart.
Mm-hmm.
Star Trek actually dealing with science, moral issues. The science in the show is so far beyond our own. There's no relation to it.
Right. It's magic.
It's magic at this point. It's ridiculous.
Oh,
this is more connection to Harry Potter.
Oh, wait when you see the second episode, Tig Notaro is one of the science teachers, and her first statement is how science almost killed her. The assumption is that science, you can still question science. Science is not, it's it's everything you expect. It's okay. Let me reclaim my thoughts here. It's woke, it's socialist, and it's gaslighting. And that's what this is. It's, you watch this thinking this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. And you're just going to get gaslit for believing that. Oh, well, you're a racist. You're a misogynist. You don't think the future of this. Oh, we talk about, you would think that the weight problem would have been solved by this time, or people can, we solved deafness and blindness and all that stuff. And people are just going to gaslight you saying, no, this was never Star Trek, when the reality is it was Star Trek.
Geordi LaForge, arguably one of the great Star Trek characters very memorable. He was blind, and his name Geordi was a tribute to a disabled fan. And they put the visor. They gave Geordi that visor to, they kind of had a way for a blind person to see.
Yeah, but not only see, but see things that normal people couldn't see.
Correct. And there could have been something for deaf people. That seems like a problem. We're already talking about being able to save certain medical problems we weren't able to before current day. So, I mean, it's utterly unimaginative in terms of science. And what I did love about Star Trek as a kid, I may not have understood all of it, but what didn't talk down to me. It wasn't. I felt like I learned something or gained lessons when I watched it, but it wasn't being preached to. It was smart, and this thing is talking down to kids. Where Star Trek, I think, original classic Star Trek appealed generationally, but never was sort of pandering or talking down or lecturing in that way.
Yeah, there was a comment on the last review video we did, basically saying, well, Star Trek inspired so many women and young people to get into STEM fields. And like the problem is people actually watched that Star Trek. People are not going to watch this. How can you inspire something if nobody watches your show?
We'll leave it there. Let's go to comments. There's a lot of them.
Yeah. Dragon Wise, Murph for 4 months. Is the doctor from the Voyager that made it back from Earth, or is that a copy that got stranded in the Delta Quadrant? Good question. Who cares?
And never explained so far based on what we've seen. Yeah. Thank you, Dragon Wise, for being a member.
200-watt studios for 5. Who will win in a fight? The obese lady Jem'Hadar or the vegan Klingon guy? Yeah, that's a good one.
I'd say Jem'Hadar.
Oh, wait till you see her drill sergeant mannerisms. Jean Hu for 742. Why didn't they make some device that allow her to hear, or perhaps somewhat differently, like Geordi's visor? Exactly.
Yeah, they could have had some cool device,
or better yet, a century into the future, you would think they would have figured out food and diet and what's healthy food, and that the replicators would make food that would actually make you stronger as opposed to whiter. Latino Slant for 199. Film threat is queer.
Thanks, Paulie.
Yeah, 200-watt studios. I mean, you could have sent more money. That's what I'm saying. For 5, you say weight should already be solved in the future, but the way they want you to look at it is that it was accepted. I mean, talk about discipline. The fact that, if you're in Starfleet and you have no discipline over your appetite, doesn't that say something? Sean Hart for 499. The burn is a cataclysmic plot point created by dumb writers. They comically just ignore the infeasibility of Federation travel at sublight speeds.
Yeah.
Well, I will say Next Generation kind of started it all.
Thank you, Sean Hart. Appreciate you.
Okay. N1 ought and one other name lame. Can we accept that this is supposed to be purgatory? Do you feel cleansed after watching it?
I feel dirty.
Lord Shax, I'm glad the show is behind a paywall. I will listen to Chris and Alan trash it. That's about it.
Well, episode 1 is not behind a paywall. You can watch it on YouTube, like in how many hours? Soon.
Patrick Lemire, funny when Star Trek can't deal with basic stuff while at the same time conquering faster than light, travel faster than light, communication, replicators, etc. But baldness and hearing can't help you.
Thanks, Patrick Lemire.
N1 ought and one
Not
other.
another name. €5.
Are there any wars at that time, or is this a galactic peace? There's still tension in the universe.
Tension, but not directly a war.
Yeah, but there's a reason why they need to reform the Federation. Doge Pal for 2. They aim to show at kids. That's indoctrination. Oh, indoctrination is too kind of a word.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for that.
Bill S. Preston Esquire, Degrassi in Space. Yeah, I want to throw in Saved by the Bell sometimes when I
now
watch
it premieres at 9 p.m. tonight.
Pacific or
time.
Eastern? Okay.
Pacific.
Okay. Harry Brownhall, make your bed, show up on time. They stole that from Jordan Peterson.
That's right.
I wouldn't doubt that. Oliver Lavery Farag, we all lose.
Thank you for being a member, Oliver. That's going to wrap it up for us today. Thanks to our mods. You are rock stars. MK Solid, Lord Thothy, producers, Atomic Lori, Glenn Uccio, my friend Alan. We return on Friday with reviews of 28 Years Later, Bone Temple, among others, interviews. Friday's show is going to be a blast. Please join us. And next week, we're talking Wonder Man. I have seen 5 episodes, and 5 episodes in. I'll be finishing it tonight. I'll be able to talk about it next week. So thank you, everyone. We're back on Monday with Versus, where we will talk Starfleet Academy with our group. That's it. Alan, is there anything that you have coming up that I should know about?
Not that I can think of.
Oh, well, there you go.
Okay.
And also, you know what I'm going to do? Because a lot of people were on vacation. I am going to compete with Starfleet Academy's premiere. I'm going to put up the Star Trek Yule log we put up over the holidays. I'm going to post it at the same time Starfleet Academy comes out. I recorded it today. It's 10 hours of this. Who will get more views?
Yeah. Think of it as the second screen experience.
Yeah, put the Film Threat Yule log on there. We will premiere 1 minute before they premiere. The Starfleet Academy Star Trek the Yule log. Let it burn. So there you go. That wraps it up for us today. Alan, do you have anything left to say?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
And Alan, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, let's get out of here.